The common term senior citizen is often used by many in reference to the elderly in society who evidently are past their productive years and are limited in their strength and ability to fend for themselves. .8% of the Kenyan population are people at age 60 years and above, the majority of whom do not have any plausible resources to cushion them from the harsh everyday life conditions, though a few of them receive pensions from their previous employment where applicable. In 2007, the government rolled out a social protection program for the disabled and older persons, an initiative which is meant to alleviate the suffering of these two categories in our midst, by advancing them some stipends through cash transfer program for self-maintenance.
The program started way back in the year 2007-2008, but in Nakuru it was rolled out in 2011. The program is targeting the poor and vulnerable. This program was initiated in Nakuru and the country at large because the government realized that among the poor population are the elderly, and one of the most poorest, and people with disability are among the poorest population in the country, according to the household survey data.
For the elderly persons, the program targets the 60 years and above age bracket, although other factors such as vulnerability and poverty level come into play. Generation 60 traversed the counties of Kericho, Baringo, Nyandarua and Nakuru and highlighted representative cases of the beneficiaries of this transformative policy and the impact it has had on their daily lives.
The process started with sensitizing the community about the program, and then after we have identified those households where there's nobody working who can take care of them, and none of those people, that person household is not a head of household, is not in a pension of the government and not in any cash transfer. We do validation so that once we have taken the data, the community have to confirm that those households that have been targeted is really poor and vulnerable.
90-year-old Tapsabei Chebo Langat can only relate her date of birth with the period the Asians came into the country during the construction of the railway. Although she does not know other beneficiaries around her, Tapsabei says she's very much aware of the cash transfer program. Richard Kosgei, the last-born son of Tapsabei, is her caregiver.
Mimi naona imesaidia. Hata nilichakula, lakini najua hata kuna siku ingine nimepata hiyo pesa, inakuja kupeleka yeye hospitali. Nimekomboa gari kwenda mpaka Ndau. Na kurudi mpaka nyumbani.
Tapsabei's rather dull days are occasionally spiced up by the company of her grandchildren who disrupt her journeys into the solitary world of her imagination. For Joel Koske, the cash transfer couldn't have come at a better time than when he was struggling to meet the health challenges of his 83-year-old mother, Esther Chelangat Turkwen. His livestock diminished to zero as he disposed of them to maintain the diabetic octogenarian.
Ninashughulika kwa huyu mama kikonjeka, ndio mimi natafuta ile nikipata ninaletea chakula ama ya dawa. Hata nilikuwa nimesauza ng'ombe moja kusaidia naye. Sasa wakati nikileta nikaenda ndio mimi nakwenda nulia naye wimbi, sababu aliandikiwa iko na mgonjwa askari atumii chakula chochote. Nataka ile wimbi ama matama na masiwa, na nguo pamoja ya tuseme kama sabuni ya kusafishia nguo, blanketi na kubadilisha nguo.
This program was incepted in this county a few years ago. That was in the year 2011. But actual payments began in 2012, whereby we had 23 older persons being paid per sub-county. And with a total of 4 sub-counties in Kericho County, that will give you a total of 92. So as a county, we started with 92 in the year 2011. And the program has been doing very well. It's covering the 4 sub-counties in Kericho. That is Ainamoi sub-county, Bureti sub-county, Kipkelion sub-county, and Belgut sub-county.
But not all members of the target group, that is age 60 and above, do actually qualify for the program. Some form of criteria has to be used to sift out the neediest and most deserving of cases.
We allocate each sub-location. The entry point is the sub-location. We have several sub-locations. We give a number, and the locational social development committees sit with their chiefs and the opinion leaders. They identify a number. Then we set a date. They mobilize those people. We target. We have a form called targeting form with several questions, over 100. The oldest we consider kama alikuwa kifanya kazi, kama anapokea pension, tunaiangalia hiyo. Mahali anatoka, hardship areas, kuna sehemu kupata chakula, kupata maji ni shida. Hapo tunapatia nafasi. Hiyo yote inatokea kwa hiyo targeting form.
Community mobilizers play a great role in identifying the most deserving cases which warrant the social protection intervention in their locality.
Wakati tulikuwa tunaendelea na mafunzo, kitu ambacho kinatusaidia sana kutambua wenye ambao wako na shida na wanafaa kuingia kwa hiyo program, ni kwamba unatumia watu wa kijiji kama hiki cha Molo, unawauliza kwa sababu mtu aliye na shida anatambulikana na hata mtoto. Unaweza kwenda unakuta mzee, older person over 65 years, hiyo ndio huwa tuna target, over 65 years na vulnerable. Unamkuta ako kwa nyumba kama hii ya huyu mama, na pengine ako na watoto ambao wako employed ama ni watoto ambao wanamsaidia. Lakini unaenda kwingine unakuta mama amejengewa nyumba mzuri sana kama ya mawe ama baba, na hana watoto, wengine wameaga, wengine wamejiingiza kwa mambo ambayo hawajitambui, hawawezi kusaidia mzazi. Unakuta huyo mama hata hawezi kwenda hata kibarua, ana mtu wa kumsaidia, hana mbele ama nyuma.
Life has not been easy for 90-year-old Teresia Wadheri Muturi, who, though past child-rearing age, solely shoulders the burden of fending for her 5 grandchildren under her care.
Muzaada ninyamukagira na ngahuthira na mahuthiro makwa ma nyumba na ciana iria ndĩ nacio, ona gacunjĩ no ngĩgũraga tũirio ngarĩa na tũrĩa tũngĩ ngarĩma natuo. Rĩu ũguo nĩguo njĩkaga. Ũguo ndĩna ngatho gwĩ thirikari tondũ wa kũndirikana.
At the moment we have covered in Nakuru, we are in every constituency. But there's a total, in Nakuru County, we have a total of over 5,000 beneficiaries who are in the payroll. The amount being paid is 2,000 per household per month. The impact is that obvious in that since they started receiving this money, if you are not able to have girl on the table, now they are able to eat, they are able to buy soap to clean their clothes. Some of them have even started buying something to increase their income, like having some chicken, one or two. Some are maybe selling some things like vegetable near their houses. They are able to buy drugs with the same money, and they are able to feed their children, the orphan that they are staying with.
The story of the elderly rearing young children does not end with Teresia. Not far away from her neighborhood in Subukia is Peter Kamau Wangomero, a victim of tribal clashes, whose vulnerability is aggravated by the need to care for his 5 dependents who are the orphan children of his late daughter.
Thirikari nĩ ndakenire mũno nĩ ũndũ wa kũndeithĩrĩria mathĩna marĩa ndarĩ namo kuma ndoima kĩbũkĩrio nĩ kũrĩa ndarĩ hĩndĩ ya 92 ndũraga thĩnĩkaga ona ũmũthĩ. Rĩu mbeca icio nĩ ndeithagia nĩ ũndũ wa kũrĩha nyũmba na kũrĩha mũirĩtu kairĩtu gathomaga na nĩ karwaru.
The payment is supposed to take a maximum of 10 days. They are given 10 days for their paying agent to pay them. So sometimes the queue is so long, they wait, and some of them really you find they are not able to withstand. Some they have to send their caregivers. That money is meant to take care of their basic needs, the food, the clothing, and to ensure that they are living in a habitable surrounding. Initially, when we started, they used to get their payment from actually treasury. The money used to be paid through the treasury. When the officers used to pay cash, go to the field with the cash. But later we moved to the post office. Up to now, the payment is still with the post office, but we are moving out from this financial year. We are in the program of moving out from post office to have the beneficiary paid by Kenya Commercial Bank.
In some cases, the beneficiaries have had to improve their living conditions by constructing better houses to live in using the stipends. Marie Aipalomulain, who lives at a squatters' village in Katorongoch Lembus, Mogotio in Baringo County, is one example of a life transformed by the cash transfer program with respect to her habitation.
And as you see behind us, we have the house of Mama Aba. And before that, the house was in a pathetic state.
The Turkana community, found in a small village at the shores of Lake Olbolosat in Nyandarua County, have in their midst a 69-year-old widow, Esther A. Nyangai. Her dire living conditions attracted the neighbors who recommended her for the program.
Ni mama mjane ambaye nyumba yake ilikuwa inaanguka, na wakati ilipokuwa inaanguka nilikuja mpaka hapa. Jambo la kwanza ninapopata hiyo form na kuja mpaka kwa ule mwenye anahitaji, tunaangalia mahitaji yake. Huyu mama tuliona yeye hakuwa na nyumba. Sasa ndio tukamuidentify. Wakati ilikuja first quarter tukajenga hii nyumba. Second quarter Mungu akijalia tunataka kuondoa hiyo nyasi ili tuweke iron sheet.
It is interesting to see the ingenuity of how these elderly folks appropriate the funds in taking care of tomorrow by making small investments like buying livestock. In this neighborhood in Kapsaos, Kericho County, the caretakers of Maritim Arap Ngeno thought it prudent to buy a cow that would be a reliable source of milk for the old man.
And we have managed to bathe 123 households. I must thank the government for what they have done to assist them. To bathe the hospital bill, to buy food, and to build even the houses. So far, I identify all of them that they have been benefited from the government. And I urge the government also to add more.
The program has also come in handy for those who missed out on pension schemes after years of service, like Wilson Zuki Ngundo, a 120-year-old former military officer who served in the colonial army. Though a very noble initiative, as conceptualized by the government, the cash transfer program has its share of challenges, like most other social programs. Not all the would-be beneficiaries have been brought on board owing to budgetary constraints. And when it comes to the actual payment, it is a rigorous and tedious process indeed for the elderly folk, some of whom have to endure long hours of waiting at the paying points. The process of verification and counter-documentation is a cumbersome undertaking that needs to be addressed. But even with these challenges, the Cash Transfer Social Protection Initiative is one of those government policy programs that has become a life changer for the otherwise forgotten and neglected members of our society.